Social robots deserve our appreciation, a bioethicist says. This is by Brian Donahue, University of Washington, on Tech Explorer. Soft robots, humanoid-looking robots. If you have an android doll and have relations with it, then knock it around the room, are you being abusive? If you're in a full mood and boot your robotic pet down the stairs, are you being a jerk? In either scenario, this is the device's owners culpable of bad behavior. The question may sound insincere. However, a U.S. bioethicist submits that they raise concerns that societies should address as humans increasingly rely on social robots for companionship and emotional support, if you would believe that. Instead of turning to humans, they turn to robots. Nancy Jecker, a bioethicist at University of Washington School of Medicine, authored a paper newly published in the journal AI and Society. It asks a provocative question. Can we wrong robots? And argues that the answer is yes. She says, I think we need to question the assumption that robots are simply machines to serve us. Manufacturers increasingly build social robots in forms familiar to humans. They're soft, touchable, recognizable vocalizations, responses that have some emotional intelligence, Jecker said. We are designing them this way so that humans can form bonds. So we should be similarly thoughtful and deliberate in how we behave towards social robots. Contemporary Western societies tend to view robots as tools or even slaves that function merely to help achieve human ends. The essay says, kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box. She says this points to a view stems from Abrahamic religions that have taught humans that they are superior to the rest of creation and form philosophies espousing that technologies, no matter how sophisticated, are simply instruments to help humans perform tasks with better results. Some robots do fit that description, Jecker acknowledged, such as those that assembly line workers have used for decades and more recent inventions such as self-propelled home vacuums. These are simple instruments to accomplish single tasks. Jecker notes, though, that robots increasingly help fill social voids for rapidly aging societies around the world. She says core social groups get smaller and people are more likely to be alone as they reach older ages, and there's a shortage of the workforce that tends to those adults. I think of skilled nursing facilities and long-term care facilities where they have introduced social robots that can lead older adults in movement exercises and read stories and play interactive games and even offer emotional closeness. Can you believe that? I never even heard of that. Now, while not suggesting that people forego or deprioritize human relationships, Jecker says that the opportunity for Western societies to broaden their idea of relationships that can positively influence human life. She pointed to Shinto, a Japanese belief system founded on the idea that kami, that's spirits or gods, inhabit all things, including objects that Westerners consider inanimate, such as robots. Well, I'm sorry, but this is also demonic. Okay? Spirits or gods inhabiting things is also demonic. Now, in Japan, they consider robots valuable for their own sake, Jecker said, but when Japanese manufacturers send robots to Western nations, they market them instead as useful, quote unquote. Her analysis also invoked an environmental philosophy inspired by the reverence that Nepalese indigenous Sherpa display towards the Himalayan mountain range and other features of nature. Jecker said, think about how we relate to a majestic mountain or a vivid star-filled sky. When we open ourselves to think about a robot in a similar way, it can influence our behavior in a manner that lends itself to positive robot-human relationships. Androids and pet robots may lack intrinsic traits such as consciousness and creativity, and they have no special quality that compels greater regard for humans, but Jecker hypothesizes that human relationships with social robots might be a highly valued thing, and this may itself justify treating robots with respect as contributors to valued relationships. She said, if Western thought stays locked into seeing social robots as nothing more than tools or slaves, we do ourselves a disservice closing off the adventure and possibility of forming highly valued social relationships with them, she said. Okay, social relationships are highly valued with them. There is a K-drama on Netflix about that, a romance with a robot. Okay, anyway, yes, I am a K-drama addict. Okay, please leave your comments. Thank you for your support.